So when you talk about synthetic, are you talking about getting it from a natural source, animal source in this case, purifying, cleaning it, making sure everything is like they do with fish oil,
Hmm.
right? They take out all the plastics, PCBs, the mercury, the dioxins, anything they can find in the ocean water,
Yeah.
and then they give you a fish oil that is clear when you hold it against the light, and it doesn't taste like fish anymore.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about as far as synthesizing it, or what exactly do you mean by synthetic product?
Yes. Well, you're talking about, I think, endotoxins and making sure that the product is clean.
Correct.
And so the term for that is like you want to have COAs, make sure it's
Sort
authentic.
of
Yeah.
what do you call it again?
Uh,
Analogy? No, COAs. Yes.
yeah.
I'll find the
It's
acronym.
easier. Yeah,
I'll
exactly.
put it on the screen.
Yeah. So now it's like you can reproduce it without needing an animal. But there's a few peptides like bioregulators are mostly from animals, so that's in that pill form. But the only one that I can think of that's injectable form that is animal based is cerebrolizin, which I believe is the best cognitive peptide you can take.
Okay.
Really good for Alzheimer's, dementia. It'd be my number one
Because
go-to.
cows are really smart.
That's pigs,
Oh,
actually.
pigs are really
Yeah,
smart.
that one's pigs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that one's really cool.
Yeah.
But people really don't know about that one. It's pretty hard to get in the United States,
Huh?
and I think that's what people should be on if they have cognitive issues for sure.
Hmm.
It's the first one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So then the synthetic ones, you say we don't use an animal source anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't want to confuse my viewers, but when I think about homeopathy,
Mm-hmm.
the whole 250 years of homeopathic medicine, they use a natural source
Mm-hmm.
and then they dilute it and then with the succussion, the shaking of it, succussion,
Yeah.
they create this amazing product that works frequently, by frequency, on organs and healing the body and the mind.
Mm-hmm.
They use a natural source, but by the time you get it, it has been diluted and shaken up so many times.
Mm-hmm.
But it is so much more powerful now than the original source. Can I look at peptides the way you talk about it in that framework where we don't need to use the actual animal anymore? We have the extract, we have now broken it down to very small particles, to the peptides,
Mm.
and we're just using peptides. Do you understand where I'm going with this?
Oh,
Is
100%.
this roughly what we're talking about in a similar concept?
Exactly. Yeah. And we used to eat everything up, all parts of the animal before,
Yeah,
and it would move through the digestive system. Well, this goes straight to your bloodstream.
yeah,
It's way more direct.
okay.
And usually, say if you take a supplement, only 10% of it is absorbed by the body. I don't know if people know that. But
Yeah,
that's the average, right?
yeah.
And so this one just goes straight in, and your absorption is way higher than that because you're not passing through your digestive system. And I think that's the best part about peptides because the impact is so much greater because of that.
Injectables, there will be people who are worried about poking themselves with a needle.
Hmm.
Where do you poke it? Where do you poke yourself?
Yeah.
Do you go to wherever you want to have it, or
Hmm.
can it go to anywhere and it will find its way to the organ it needs to go to?
Great question. You use the insulin needle, so it's subcutaneous, and
It's a pretty small needle.
exactly, yeah. And they even have pens now where you can barely feel it,
Oh,
and it's almost like a stamp, and it's already preloaded, so
ah,
you don't have to load it or anything, which is really nice.
mm-hmm.
But you would put it, in your side or in your belly, around your belly button.
Okay.
You can also put it in your upper glute.
Ah,
What I love about BPC 157, the healing peptide, and
yeah.
there's multiple others, is you can locally inject. So if you
Mm-hmm.
have a knee issue, you can put in the skin fold of the knee and it can
Okay.
work direct on the source,
Mm-hmm.
elbow,
Mm-hmm.
shoulders. I've met people that couldn't sleep on one side for 6 months, 8 months, and within 3 days they're sleeping on that shoulder again.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty
Wow.
incredible.
About maybe 10 years ago, stem cells became super well. I did an interview with somebody in 2004
Hmm.
about the use of umbilical cord stem cells. So not from fetal tissue, but literally from the umbilical cord. And I did a radio show on it, and I had listeners who were just, "What? Can you do that? That's amazing." So stem cells became the hot thing. And there are people who would then inject stem cells to help rejuvenate stem cells. Do you feel that that stem cell therapy is now overclassed by the peptide injections and theory that we have about it? Is it a continuation? Is it a combination of the two that we should use? What do you know about that?
Yeah, I love all things regenerative, and that's in that family. And what I love about peptides is it's way more affordable. So it's an easy entry point into regenerating your body, and maybe then down the line you get to stem cells. But then working together is incredible. But not everybody has, $10,000 or whatnot to do stem cells.
Right, right,
But
right.
you could move through stacks of peptides and throughout a year, and you possibly could feel just as good, if possibly not better, during that time.
Yeah,
Especially since it's working on one thing. And so if you're localizing something, you're like, I really want to work on this, then you could see efficacy possibly faster than you could save up to get stem cells,
right.
which I think is a good thing.
So if you talk about stacks and we talk about a combination of different peptides, for example, peptides for the pineal gland, which I understand is often used. Maybe you can explain what the issue is with pineal gland. Why do we want to focus on that? If people say, well, I have a pineal gland, I have a thyroid issue, I have kidney issues, I have cardiovascular issues, then you could say, yeah, you can use a stack of those 4 different families of peptides. Once you inject them, would that all come in one vial? Or would that be 4 different vials, first of all? Do you inject, what is it, how does it come? Could you get a stack in one vial?
Yeah, there's multiple that you could do in one vial,
Oh,
but
wow.
generally they come separate.
Separate, okay.
Yep, there's a couple stacks though that you could do for just healing where they come in one vial. I generally recommend that because people can get multiple peptides in one, and they're not used to, like you said, injecting themselves.
Right.
Versus like having 2 or 3 injections that might be like, novice or not a beginner stack. And I think immediately when somebody does something, they want to feel it and they want to
Right.
know it's working for them.
We're very impatient.
Exactly. And you say, hey, by this time you're going to feel this,
Yeah.
and you can't guarantee it because when you put peptides in your body, it goes where you need it the most. And so like
It goes where you need it the most, so it by itself figures out what needs the most healing. Okay.
exactly. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, and so we could get some other positive thing out of it. And so I always get really curious about what someone's interactions are because it's almost an adventure. Like you never know what's going to happen, but there's always going to be something positive. And so for me, tracking, positive symptoms are really important for someone because you're reinforcing what their growth is. And then they're like, oh yeah, I am growing. This makes sense.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
because people aren't used to tapping into that. And how they feel and how energy systems are coming back online, or I don't have pain in this part of my body and I'm being more active naturally without thinking about it. And I think that's really important to us moving forward. So like a stack, you asked about stacks. So like a first stack might be BPC 157, TB 500. That's
Those
called,
are for healing the body from pain. Is
yes,
that correct?
yeah,
Helps. Okay.
rebuilds the cells and that can clear the terrain. And they call it the Wolverine stack.
Aha.
And Wolverine, he's known for rejuvenating quickly. And that's
That's
basically
funny.
why they
Yeah.
named it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So that might be the first one. And there's a couple others that you could add on to that. And then the second one might be energy or mitochondria production, because when we were younger, we produced energy more efficiently.
Correct.
And if the body can work at that level again, as if you were 30 or even 25 feeling, then you're in a different place. You're living a different life at that point. And so for me, I'm 45 and I generally feel in between probably 28 and 32. And my metabolic age is 34.
Is that right?
Yes.
Huh.